In the Jewish faith, the head prayer starts out with hear, which is like, listen.
Oh, Evan, you inspire me in so many ways. It makes me want to be like you.
When you think about what a person with a severe mental illness copes with, to get up, to open the door, to face the world, to be somebody who's productive, that's what takes guts.
There is no blueprint, fortunately or unfortunately, for how to deal with mental illness. Mental illness can be a very scary thing. If you're motivated to be part of something bigger than yourself, that trumps fear. I've had a challenging couple years. You know, it's been tough. It's been tough, real tough. So I begin my story like this. There were 5 of us in the advanced reading group in kindergarten. 3 of those children ended up at Harvard, and one at the University of Texas, followed by medical school at Stanford. I was not one of them. In 1996, I was in the hospital. I was unable to fall asleep for 2 consecutive nights. I had my watch on, and every second was like an eternity. It was total hell. And I thought what had happened was that I was evil, and the doctors would find a way to keep people alive forever, and I would feel that way forever, and that was my destiny. And the doctors recommended ECT, which is electroconvulsive therapy, so shock treatments. And I had my first treatment, and I felt better. So I thought to myself, okay, maybe I'm not evil, maybe there is hope. Partly because of my illness of schizophrenia, a key element of my treatment is having my parents on board.
You know, it's been a long journey. You persist, you survive, you hold each other.
Treatment is key for leading a full, meaningful life. Treatment is key for connecting with others. Treatment is key to getting help and helping others at the same time.
It is a joy working with Evan. It's not just me that feels that way.
It really changes my life a lot working at the Tattered Cover, partly because I feel so much in the moment what I'm doing and that I believe in. And if my journey is to work till I'm 85 years old at the Tattered Cover for 24 hours a week, I feel that's a good use of my time.
Evan, you're such an important part of our board because you bring a perspective that nobody else has. People could actually be living healthy and long and productive and fulfilling and rewarding lives like you are. And that ought to be possible for everybody in the state. Our mission is to make it possible for every Coloradan to get access to high-quality, affordable mental health care. And we're not there yet. I mean, by our count, there are about 500,000 Coloradans who aren't getting the care they need, either because the cost is too high, there's not a provider available, there's too much stigma, there's so many barriers, and I'm intent on breaking through those barriers.
I think stigma and fear are very closely connected. Most people are good, whether they have mental illness or not. Just listening is very important. Sharing my story helps reduce stigma in some way, and you know, stigma is a tricky wicket, you know. Part of the reason I'm on this planet is to help other people. I also think part of the reason I'm here is to reduce stigma and say, well, this is my life, you know, I'm trying my hardest.